when it comes to Diddy, right? Do you believe the gay rumors?
If a bear shit in the woods, does it make a smell? Um, um, yeah, I could kind of see it. I could see it. I could see it. And it's like before the internet and all that shit existed. You see what I'm saying? When you're in the industry and all that, you be hearing shit about certain people, be. You know what I mean? I've been heard shit about this dude. You know what I mean? Long time ago. Long time ago. So the fact that this is all coming, it's almost surprising that he was able to maneuver this long, to be honest. You know what I mean? I was there at City College and all that with the basketball game when people died. A girl that I know passed away. Rest in peace, Sonia Williams. And I didn't think he was going to be able to bounce back from that. I was like, oh, this nigga's done. He's done. And he just laid low for a little while. Came back stronger than ever after that. It was crazy.
R.I.P. to her, man. I had no idea that you knew someone that got killed in that situation, man.
Yeah, my man Sonny's sister, man. She went to school with us in Nerd Shell. Matter of fact, she was Father MC's girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, I know I always interview, Gene Deal, and he's very adamant that, Diddy is the reason why, all them people got killed, but from your point of view, do you blame Diddy?
Yes, I blame greed on it. You know what I mean? I feel like they didn't want a bunch of people to get in for free, so they closed the doors in a certain way. The doors, I think, had to be pushed out or something like that. And they pulled them back in so like people got crushed against the doors trying to get in this little space. And you know what I mean? At that point, when you saw shit was crazy, y'all should have just said the money and just let motherfuckers in. But no, y'all motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Y'all want to squeeze a quarter to the eagle screen. You know what I mean? And that's that bullshit.
You personally, do you think Diddy can bounce back from what he's going through right now?
I mean, I feel like in the black community, it's probably a wrap just for the simple fact that motherfuckers are saying no Diddy. Like the fact that you are like a tagline, like people have replaced pause and no homo and all that with no Diddy. I really don't see how you can come back from that in the black community. Now, in the white community, he might could come back from shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, they still love, Roman Polanski and all the who's the dude that was like the pedophile? He was a movie director. I think it's Roman Polanski, if I'm not mistaken. There was this film director. He was fucking with like a 13-year-old girls and shit like that. And I don't know, somebody died and all that. And he went to another country, but they still fuck with this dude, like in Hollywood and shit. Like, you know what I mean? And he's a fucking exile murderer type of dude. Like, you know what I mean? And I think they honored him at something. You know what I mean? So I think Puffy is their guy. So they might still allow him to make money in certain circles or whatever the case may be. But as far as us, I think he's always going to be the butt of a joke. Like I saw, like everything that's like gay they're putting it on him now. Like I saw a video and a dude had like dry shaving cream or something on the side of his face. And the nigga said, you look like you just came from a Diddy party. Like, like, how do you bounce back off of that? Like, I don't think you can. Like, you know what I mean? But If he does, and I don't see how, but we live in a crazy world. We live in a crazy world. Some people say he might, if he was just to come out and be like, you know what, I am gay and da 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 da, that might be one of his saving graces, because now that community will embrace him and bring him in. You know what I mean? We understand. You know what I mean?
You and Diddy, what was the situation between both of y'all? Because I know he made some comments to you that you wasn't fond of, right?
He tried to play me. Okay. This is when I knew he was out of his mind. Like, you know what I mean? Basically, to make a long story short, I was messing with this chick, just started messing with her, you know what I mean? Knocked her down a couple times, a model chick, you know what I mean? At the time, I remember she was sharing an apartment with a famous actor's mother. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Now she's not my girl or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I probably had a girl at the time. You understand? Let's just keep it real. But I knocked her down a couple times, and so now we're out in LA. We're at the Palladium. Big fucking party. Mad people's there. All these celebrities is there. People are performing. You know what I mean? Mad LA people is there. Mad people from New York is there. This was like the super party. Like it was a very good party. So I'm in there, and then I see Shorty in there. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if all else fails, I have some imported pussy here in the party. You know what I mean? And because, back then, the niggas are always looking for something new. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're always looking for something new. So even though she was there, I'm still hunting. But I'm thinking, I got her on deck. So I don't think nothing of it. Then your man Puff comes up to me. And he's like, yo, Playboy. First of all, I don't like all this Playboy shit. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? He calls a lot of people Playboy and shit. Like, yo, Playboy. Yo, I told homegirl to go with you tonight. That's what he says to me. He said, I told her to go with you tonight. So right now, he's trying to let me know that he fucks with the bitch too. You know what I mean? He fucks with the broad too. I don't want to call her a bitch. He fucks with the broad too. B, he's trying to act like he has more power over her than me. Right? Because by saying I told her to go with you is like saying, like, if you wanted her to go with you and I said no, she'd go with me. You know what I mean? And so I'm just kind of looking at this nigga like, he really lost his mind. You know what I mean? Like, because in my mind, I'm the king of broads at this time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the king of broads at this time. And I had been the king of broads before being famous. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I knew this guy from Mount Vernon, and he was not the king of broads coming up. So for him to talk to me like this is just mind-boggling to me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, he's really feeling himself. Like, he's really thinking, this whole, because I don't even know if he was bad boy Puffy yet. He might have still been like MCA Puffy, like, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, he's wilding. And so I was just kind of like, I'm looking at him crazy, and I don't know what I said. I feel like I might have just been like, yeah, all right, whatever. And then I just walked away from him, And I just left the broad in there. I didn't, like, I'm going to be, oh yeah, Puffy said you can come with, man, I was like, this broad. You know what I mean? Bag me something else. And I never spoke to the broad again. You know what I mean? But right at that moment, and then upon reflection, it makes me think about some of the things you read in these depositions and all of that, about somebody that feels like they're controlling and all of that. You see, he thought he had control over the broad, more control over me. And it's like, listen, if I wanted to put my meat hooks in the broad, I could have did that, but I didn't even want to do that. Like, but I just feel like he tried to flex on me. You know what I mean? And it was like, Nick, please, like, cut it out. You know what I mean? But to me, that was the mark of, in my mind, of, yeah, this was the beginning of when he started going crazy. You see what I'm saying? When he first approached me like that, oh yeah, Nick, you was losing your fucking mind. You was losing your fucking mind. And on another note, I thought about this later when we're hearing all this, bisexual shit. He could have been trying to set up a play where he thought we was gonna have something in common. Like, yo, I told her to go with you. And then he see me another time, yo, you had fun that night, Playboy? Yo, we should come to my crib. And we'll run a train on her or some shit like that. See what I'm saying? That's how niggas, come on, man. You see? And now a real goofy ass nigga, Puffy invited me to the mansion to run a train on a girl. Like, you think I'm stupid, nigga. Like, so that's what I'm thinking could have been a nigga's, you know what I mean? Motivation too. Like, maybe he didn't think he was playing me. Maybe he thought he was planting the seed for us to have this broad in common. I don't know. But I felt like he was trying to play me. You know what I mean? And either way, he was trying to play me. You know what I mean? So I wasn't feeling that. And fuck out of here.
You think he one of them dudes that only got females because he started to get money?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like,